Good afternoon, everyone. The other day, someone asked me about how I stored my images, and I've been asked before about how I find images and some things like that. And since I needed to restock on my little images, I thought I would kind of give you an idea what I do. And I use magazines in a different way maybe than some people, because I use them not just for images but also for color. So I'm just going to kind of give you an idea of what I look at and maybe give you some tips about finding and storing images. You know, when you look at a whole image like this one, that does not appeal to me, but this little tiny piece right there does. So I'll pull the page. Okay, and nothing on this page really appeals to me. I happen to like this map. Now, I always try to keep the parts that I'm enjoying upright, so that when I go back I can trim up and do what I like with things. And this, the whole image, does not really appeal to me, but I kind of like this little chair on the deck. Now, how do I see that? I just kind of see that, but I thought maybe I'd give you a little trick. This is an old photographer's trick. And just, if you look at your image, sometimes just in little pieces, and sometimes a little frame around your thing might help. And you know, so that looks like a face with two eyes and an upside down mouth, maybe with a mustache over the top. Very odd. Anyways, so I'll pull that. And nothing really appeals to me on there. But I saw these before I ever opened the page. I love this. Now, I might not use the image so much as using this particular piece as a background. So is this. So these are definitely coming. At the same time, I like these two people and how they're sitting there. So I might actually fussy cut that out down the road. I keep most of my images whole. There's also images on the back of that one, so you know, it's which one I like the best. And okay, again, tiny pieces. Look at, I'll put my little thing on here. I like the road. Let me bring you in. See? So you kind of, a lot of the magazine ends up in my box. It depends on the magazine. And sometimes it's like a piece of color. This piece of color right here I really like. At the same time, I like her. For some reason, she speaks to me. So I will pull that one out. But there's also times when I see a word or a phrase, the best in the world. And so I'll pull that for that. Maybe we should switch to a magazine where I don't pull quite so much from it. These, okay, this, I just adore that image. It's just part of the image that I like, but then I like the color of this one. So this is a really good magazine for me because there's so much in it. Let's pick a magazine that doesn't have much in it. I'm just taking the address off of this, guys. Okay. Now, I'm not usually the cutesy person, but look at these cute little pigs. And bunnies and things. And so, I will save that because I happen to like those. There's nothing on that page that talks to me, and nothing there. Now, here's the thing. I have several Cosmopolitans and things like that. So, if I want faces, I have those. I don't necessarily need those in my image box. And see, now this one, okay, almost missed it because I wasn't looking carefully. But see this small image right here where she's twirling? I like that. Come on. So I'll keep that one. Okay. And I'll just go through the whole magazine, pulling out the big pages until I have found things that sort of speak to me. And they might be, it might be words, it might be other things. There again, I don't worry about the words because I have lots of words. Oh, these eyelashes are fun. Okay. I don't know when I would use them, but they just say, okay, you like me. And I would just go through the whole magazine that way. And I might choose something because it has color or texture to me that I can cut up in little pieces. Like this. Okay. The image itself is boring, but I like the texture that looks like it has. So I'll keep that. So once I have this big old pile of pages, I have to choose what I'm going to do with them. And most of the time, I just take this big old pile and I stick it in this tub. Okay, this tub is about, oh, let me measure it. It's 11 by 14 by 3 inches deep. It's just a Sterilite tub. It came from Walmart. Okay, and I usually just take the big images and plop them in there, like so. And once they're in there, it might be a while before I get to them. But then I try to go through and choose the parts that I actually want. And let's get a bigger pair of scissors out. And I'll go through and take out the small images that I liked. And I'm looking at the flowers on this and looking to see if maybe I could fussy cut out some of the flowers, and I might be able to. So once I have those kind of pieces, now all this scrap over here I'll put in the recycle bin, but and these words I just chunk out. Now I don't try to fussy cut my pieces. I don't like them fussy cut. They get bent in the box, and you know, now if if I thought that it was going to be used right away, it would be different. And if I stored my images differently, it would be different. But I have to do it for me. This is how I work. Okay, so I'll just get rid of the immense excess of this that I've got. Okay, so then I have all these little pieces, and then I have this little tub. Okay, and this is the second one. I took images out of the other one to use it for something. This one's 8 by 6 by about 2.5. So it holds quite a few smaller images, but yet they don't have to be real tiny. And I just plop them in there. As long as it'll fit in this tub, that's where I put them. Okay? Then when I'm ready to use something, I will get it out and fussy cut it out. Like I said, if I fussy cut these right now, then what happens is as you're digging for them, they get bent, and I much prefer them to be in their whole original parts. I use a lot of little images. Like I said, this little frame helps a lot to see an image. I mean, even if I wanted to just use her face. But I really like the whole feel of this image, so I'll keep her whole. At the same time, I don't want to cut these images up at all until I'm ready to use them and decide what I might be going to do with them. Now this one I'll cut up because I know that what I really liked was right in there. Okay, so that is just a really quick how I do this. I hope that maybe it helps somebody, and I hope that you enjoyed this. I want to read you a quote from my 1001 Ways to Creativity. Okay, this one is a really good one. The truth will set you free, but not before it has really frustrated you. Okay, guys, go have a great afternoon, make some art, have fun. Bye-bye.